Alright everybody, welcome back to the Fast Family Truck Series summer season. Tonight is a pretty special race. Tonight we finished the regular season for the 2020 summer season. We will be concluding our regular season at Michigan. So it should be a pretty interesting race just because of how competitive Michigan is. So cannot wait to see what these drivers can do. The points are pretty tight actually. We're going to have two major battles going on tonight. One for that all-important regular season championship. And that's not just for the regular season champion, but it's first, second, and third all get playoff point bonuses, 15, 10, and 5 in that order. The other battle going on is obviously we're locking the playoff drivers. So the top 12 in points, we only had two drivers lock themselves in with win. That's OK Sideways and T-Glass. We also have another driver locked in on points. That is Chris. So there's a bunch more spots, 9 to be exact, left. So here we go. Green flag is in the air. T-Glass is your pole sitter. 64 Puzzle Nose on the outside as the trucks fan out on lap 1. So T-Glass, one of those guys fighting for the regular season championship, along with the 70 of Chris and Ice Spiller in the 13. So those three we're going to keep an eye on for that. We also have that other battle going on around the cut line. I'll get you a point spread out here in a second. What the current situation is like. So currently we have Honda and Young Apollo tied +0 on the cut line. Arkham Boss -2 and Puzzle Nose +2. So those are the kind of guys really close to the cut line. Also Fast Seabass +2, Flushy +6. So the cut line is very tight, as well as that championship battle. The championship battle is currently with Chris with 211, T-Glass with 205, and Ice Spiller 197. So definitely some two tight battles. As we see 54 T-Glass still out front. By Puzzle Nose, one of those guys on that cut line there. It looks like in third place we have the 66 of Slushy. So he has a few points to that cut line, but definitely needing a strong performance today to keep that spot, as we see those drivers do that little wiggle to try to break the draft. So we will see these guys in a little bit. Let's move on back. Here's a 93 of Honda, another one of those guys tied on the cut line in that 93 truck. He is sitting, I believe, in the 6th spot behind the 70 of Chris and the 58 of Bark Ranger. Bark Ranger, one of those guys in a must-win situation. So that's a little tight for him. As the 93 looks like the 13 is trying to get under him there. That's Ice Spiller in that run for the regular season championship. And we got a truck on pit road already. A Hanna. Looks like he had an issue early. Got some damage on that truck. So a major damage. So he looks like he got that repaired and is getting back on the track. Let's take a look a little deeper in the field. Here's Haskell to Rascal, kind of falling off pace. He's sitting not bad in the point standings, +25 to the cut line. So he just needs a solid day. Doesn't need the best day to make it in, but nonetheless, definitely don't want to be off pace this early. Here's the 16 of KR, getting a little loose there. He is running about, I believe, 9th or 10th. He is currently +14 on the cut line, so he needs a decent day just to make sure he can get in. And in the back there, 76 of Highbrow, one of our rookies. He's in a must-win, battling with Bark Ranger. Right now, sitting behind Honda in that draft. Looks like we have a 2-truck breakaway and then a main pack and a couple of stragglers after that. And here's Arkham Boss. He's one of those guys only 2 points outside. He needs a good day versus Honda and or Young Apollo. So he is sitting there at the back. Fast Seabass in the 42 at the rear of that main pack. He is currently in the playoffs by only 2 points, so he's another one of those guys that needs a solid day. Doing a good job so far, being conservative, just hanging in the draft in that backpack. It's a pretty decent sized field tonight. Definitely going to be interesting. Let's check back up there with our leaders. Looks like the 64 of Puzzle Nose has gotten around the 54 of T-Glass, taking that lead away from the pole sitter. Puzzle Nose, one of those guys, currently in the playoffs by 2 points as well. I think I mentioned a little bit earlier. So, you know, if he wins, that would be huge for him, and that's going to shift the entire cut line down. So, definitely looking for a strong day for him. See if he can hang up there. Doing a good job so far. Definitely don't want to burn the tires up too early, but those two doing a good job separating themselves. It looks like we now have a 4-car pack behind those two. They've kind of broken away. Slushy falling back a little bit. He was in third. It looks like he's gotten passed by 3 trucks there. And then it looks like we got another 4-truck pack behind them. And then another straggler at the end there. And then I know we have a couple of guys falling off the pace early. Looks like Slushy getting a little loose. Somebody else getting a little loose. Looks like Puzzle Nose. We were talking about, you know, that all-important tires. Looks like he got really loose, so might be burning him up too early. Let's see if that impacted the leader. Yeah, he has oh, and there's a big wreck in the back. That's gonna bring caution out. Caution out, race to the line. So the caution is out. We had Haskell to Rascal being the lucky dog. The trucks will be coming around this time. The pit, we had 2 trucks go a lap down, Haskell and Ahunna. Haskell getting the his lap back, so lucky for him. The 54 truck will lead them down to pit road. So we'll see who pit and who didn't. We will take a short break and then get back to you when the green flag is about ready to drop again. All right, we are back, getting formed up. Ice Spiller will drop to the back, cause of that caution. Haskell getting that lucky dog. The trucks are 2x2. Slushy gambling a little bit on pit road, getting the inside line at the pole or the start. The first place position. T-Glass in the 54 on the outside. Second row, Puzzle Nose and Chris in the 70 as they are coming to that restart zone. Here they are. Green, green, green. We are back racing at Michigan in the Fast Family Truck Series summer season. So pretty interesting here. Slushy gambling a little bit, taking 2 tires on pit road. Let's see how long he can hold on there. Should be a pretty interesting strategy, as it looks like the 54 or 64 of Puzzle Nose getting underneath him, and he is going high. So it looks like that gamble did not pay off, as he's getting freight train now. He's sliding back 6th, 7th position, as it looks like 64. Oh, big wreck. Big wreck, 54. Oh, they're wrecking. Caution is out. So it looked like they were 3 wide, and 70 truck got into the 54, and it was just mayhem. So second caution of the day. Cautions breed cautions. They were green for quite a while there, and then another incident. So they will race the line here. 64 will lead them into the caution, followed by looks like Honda might be that second truck. Yeah, the 93 truck, followed by the 70 of Chris. And it looks like the 58 of Park Ranger. So we'll take a short break and get them lined up again. Alright, so here you go. Pit road is open. Couple of takers. Oh, a lot of the back of the field pitting, but we had 5 trucks stay out. Puzzle Nose, Honda, the top 2 electing to stay out, along with 3 other trucks. Looked like Haskell and 2 others. Unfortunately, they have a little bit lesser tires than the guys behind them, but we'll see how they made it work, as they only did 1 lap. But another fortunate thing is Ahunna got his lap back, so we will have all the trucks on the lead lap. So we should be hopefully forming up this time and get green once again. Alright, we are going green this time through the Geico restart zone. Green flag is in the air. for the 64 of Puzzle Nose. It looked like second place battle between, can't tell who that is. I think that's Honda and Bark Ranger. No, it might be, no, it's Slushy. They settle out there. Puzzle Nose out to a good lead. Let's check back in the rest of the pack. 2 and almost 3 wide there for the 54, the 42, and the 23. On board Bark Ranger. Passing the 66 to Slushy. Thinking about making it 3 wide. Thinks better of it. That middle of the pack fighting for every single position they can, because today is the end of the regular season. 54 around. Everyone avoids them. Wow. Craziness. That is not good for the 54. He pretty much went around all by himself. Not sure if there was contact there, but fantastic job everybody avoiding him. Fantastic job. So we're going to stay green. We come into turn 1. Still very dicey. 13 underneath the 58. 3 wide underneath the 76. This is getting crazy. Stage 1. It's like the 64 still leads. But it looks like second through about 7th is all under a blanket here. We're going to stay on this battle. Craziness going on here. 13 under the 58. 2 wide in front of them. Looks like a main pack is kind of broken off. 4 trucks behind them. Like Puzzle Nose doing a great job staying out front of these guys. But, you know, no coincidence, because look at how much these guys are racing. It's almost like Talladega, where there are 2 lines, bump drafting here, people switching high lane, low lane. 13 trying to get past the 76 as the 70, and another battles. It's like that 93. Honda goes real wide. I think that's 3 wide. Yep, 13 down the middle, some contact. And that's going to end stage 1. Well, we have a guest, Ace Petty. Would you like to help me co-commentate a truck race? Yes, sir. Well, our good buddy Ace Petty checking in, saying hello and good luck to these drivers as we start stage 2 at Michigan. 64 truck out front with the 70 of Chris beside him. 2x2 through the restart zone. 64 getting a good restart. 64 truck of Puzzle Nose, our stage 1 winner. Good start for him. That's a playoff point. 66 going a little high there in the back. They are 2 and 3 wide. 13 battling with the 70. 93 looks like he wanted to push him. Then he's going to try to take it 3 wide. Thinks better of it. Sits in line. 76 back up there in the front. We haven't seen him up front. 93 going high. They are battling for every position. Oh, 66 around. Just by himself. Looks like, yep, we're going to stay green here. 64 is still out front. Tight battles all over the racetrack. Somebody getting a little loose there. everybody almost kind of single filing out. 93 giving the bumper, the 83 there, kind of pushing him into the corner. 54 truck looking to recoup from that latest incident. He is back up inside the top 10. Everybody real smooth right now, kind of settling out in the beginning of stage 2. Couple dicey battles back there in the back of the pack. Ooh, almost 4 wide in the back now. Up front, up here. Everybody kind of playing nice. 70, thinking about looking under. 76, decides not to. 93 trying to make a move under the 70 of Chris. That's Honda. Trying to take that 4th spot away. Doesn't get it. 54 going high. Maybe he can make something work. Oh, contact. Into the wall. Oh, he makes contact again. He's spinning. Yep, 1 truck. He is spun out. That is the second incident for him. Unfortunately for him, that's not what you want to see, especially when you're running for the regular season championship. The guy who's liking what he's seeing is that 70 truck of Chris hanging out, and the guy above him, that 13 ice spiller on the outside. Those guys fighting for that championship. Oh, 3 wide as the 13 gets into the wall. He slides back in line. 64 still out front. 70 of Chris trying to take second away from 76 of Highbrow. Highbrow, one of those rookies, doing a great job so far. Battling with those leaders. Now battling with the 13 for the 4th position as the 70 and the 76 go to work. Here we got Arkham back there battling with Fast Seabass in the 42, side by side. T-Glass off the pace from that earlier incident. Not as much damage on his truck as last time. There's the 64 of the Napa truck. There's a 66. Got in that early incident. He's going to be in the back. Off pace. There's a 93, a Honda. Sitting currently in the 3rd as he's under fire from that 13 truck. Gets up the racetrack a little bit. He's going to be passed by a few trucks. Gets up into the wall. He's going to fall to the back of that line. Issues for the 93. Oh, he's definitely got issues, as it looks like the 58 and the 16 have caught him pretty rapidly. He's going high. Yeah, definitely issues for the 93. Not sure what's going on there. There's the 70 of Chris in second. Gonna try to challenge our leader, maybe. 64 doing a great job. He's so far dominating this race once he got the lead from T-Glass. 70 almost had help there. Drafting up to the back to the 64. We got 2 wide behind him. And Highbrow and looks like Highbrow gets in the wall. The 13 takes advantage. He's gonna take. Oh, and he pulls a crossover. Gets back underneath 13. 83 of Haskell coming in to challenge. 76 pulling to the inside of the 70 of Chris. As they drop into 3 and 4. 76 still alongside the 70. 13 waiting for them to make a mistake. He pushes the 76, trying to take advantage of the draft. 64 loving this racing going on behind him. It's like the 83 of Haskell wants to stick his nose in. Not yet. 70 goes up the track. 83 is going to get underneath him. 70 is going to fall back into 5th. That's our current points leader, the Chris. Ooh, 13 making some contact with the 83. 83 falling back just a little bit, as it looks like one of our rookies, Highbrow, may be challenging for the race lead now with the 64. And Can he make a move? 64 looks like he's doing a little bit of blocking. '64 looks low, or sorry, the 76 looks low. 64 covers it up. Looks high. 64 covers that up. 76 might be growing impatient here with the 64s. As it looks like the 83 gets loose. Those two bump drafting. 70 has gotten in front of the 83 for third. 76 challenging for the lead here. Will he take it from the 64? 64 remains high. Gets the run off the corner. Side by side. 76 is going to lead that lap. A rookie Highbrow leading that lap. Diving into turn one. He's going to clear him. Taking the lead from Puzzle. Puzzle Nose falling back in the second spot. Looks like 70 of Chris and the 83 of Haskell trying to work together to catch those guys. When will we see green flag pit stops? Oh, and the 64 gets underneath. Side by side for the lead yet again. 76 jumps back in line. And as I said that, we do have a car down pit, or truck down pit road for starting the green flag pit stop. We'll see who that is. That's Ahana making his regular pit stop. Here we are back up in the lead. 4-car pack really kind of separated themselves. And then we got a second pack forming here. Looks like we got the 13, the 58, the 93. As these guys have broken away. It looks like 83 falling off a little bit. There's that 4, and the 16 was that 4th truck in that pack. Another truck down pit road. Arkham and Seabass still hanging on back there. T-Glass kind of by himself. Oh, Puzzle Nose getting real loose. Almost hitting the inside wall. Not good for what was our leader not too long ago. He's going to fall back into 4th, losing a lot of time. That's going to be good for the... That's going to be good for the 76 truck of Highbrow. With the 70 of Chris tailing him. Haskell up there. We'll see if we can get a lap count here. Bear with us for a moment. We have 4 to go in the stages. We saw a truck go right into the wall there. Not good for whoever that was. We're coming to 3 to go in the stage. Highbrow Plow in the lead, trying to secure his first stage win. 70 of Chris trying to get all the points he can. Maybe even a playoff point as he is trying to run for the regular season championship. 3 to go in stage 2. Will the 70 make a move on the 76? And if he does, when will that be? We should be coming to 2 to go. Pit road will close. Down into 3 and 4. Highbrow still in the lead. 70 right on his bumper. Coming out of turn 4, coming to 2 to go. 2 to go at the line for Highbrow. Pit road is closed as we are 2 to go. 70 looks like makes a move. Gets underneath the quarter panel of 76. No dice there. 76 still holding strong. '76 a little bit of gap now. Drops down into turn 3 and 4. Looks like Chris having some issues there. 76 is loving that. He's going to come to 1 to go in the stage. Down the front stretch, Chris nearing a little bit, trying to use that draft. 76 takes 1 to go. 1 to go in stage 2. Maybe the 70 was lagging back for a reason. He is pulling that draft. Yes, he's got that draft coming into turn 1 and 2. He's going to be on the back bumper of the 76. If he uses that draft correctly. Down the back stretch, last lap of the stage. Who will come out with stage 2 as a truck spins on the back stretch? It looked like the 83 of Haskell. Meanwhile, the 70 trying to dive down and try to get that 76, but it's probably not going to be enough here as the 76 comes out of turn 4. Highbrow plot coming to the stripe and will win stage 2. So the rookie winning stage 2. Fantastic for him. Chris in the 70 truck so close to that playoff point. We will get back here with stage 3 and all the excitement in a moment. All right, here we go. That last I'm hearing the last stage is 60 laps, so we had 20 and 20. So 100 laps today. This will be your last stage. It looks like in the front we have 76 of Highbrow, 16 of KR will lead us to the green flag. Green is in the air. Here the trucks come into turn 1, starting stage 3 of the end of the regular season. Last stage of the regular season. 76 taking the lead there. 70 trying to follow him on the bottom. 16 losing first spot. 16 in the wall a little bit. Hanging on tough on the outside. Everybody got a 2. And it looks like 3 wide for 3rd or 4th there. 64 high. Can't tell who that is in the middle. Oh, some contact. A little bit of contact there. Everybody holding on to it. Definitely some tough battling here. Everybody trying to get everything they can. 3 wide in the turn 1 and 2. Looks like the 13 and 93 trying to split somebody. Oh, some real fishtail in there coming out of turn 2. As the trucks drop into turn 3. 16, 76, second or 3rd and 4th. 70 truck has gotten out to the lead along with the 42. That's a surprise. We haven't seen the 42 in the top 5 yet. Playing a conservative race. 16 and 42 battling for that second spot. Our points leader, 70 of Chris out front. 76, our stage 2 winner behind them. Trying to nose it in to get 3 wide there. Everybody challenging for every position. 76 giving the 42 a shove to try to battle with that 16. Here they are, 2 by 2 by 2. All the way back through the field. Everybody staying in that main pack draft for the most part. 3 wide, almost 4 wide coming through the... Oh, 4 wide. It looks like... Oh, there's a wreck. Big wreck. Oh, man. There's the big one, folks. Wow. Almost every truck involved. Wow. What a wreck. That will bring out the caution. Big caution. That was crazy. Probably the biggest wreck of the truck season so far. What calamity. We'll be right back. All right, folks. Trucks coming down pit road. Ahunna once again getting the lucky dog. That's his second. Everybody else making that hard left turn on the pit road. We will take another short break and we'll be back with your restart. That's caution number 3, in case you're counting. All right, we are back. The trucks will be getting going this time. 50 laps to go in the 3rd stage of the regular season ending race. The regular season finale in the Trucks Summer Series of 2020. 2 battles going on. We have the battle that we're tracking for the regular season championship between Ice Spiller, T-Glass, and Chris. And we also have 12 trucks trying to get into that all-important playoffs. So 2 battles going on right now. Should be interesting one. We're going to come to 49 to go at the line. Going green this time. 70 truck on point. 42 of Fast Seabass on the outside as they roll into that Geico restart zone. Green flag in the air. Looks like the 70 getting a really good restart there. 42 in second. 83 in third. 83 trying to take that 2nd place spot. And it looks like he does. He had a massive run coming into that turn. Trucks 2x2. Somebody all the way against the wall. Scraping it a little bit. They'll lose a couple spots there. 42 in the wall. He's slow on the racetrack. He stays high out of traffic. Big mistake for him. Oh, in the wall again. Made contact with somebody. .54 and 16. 3 wide battle with a 57. Who will let up in the corner? .54 having a rough day. We know he's been fast. Definitely one of the faster trucks as he got the pole. And and he is definitely struggling being in the middle of the pack. Oh, there's a truck in the wall. Another truck in the wall. Oh, wow, that's a caution. Caution is out. That's our 5th caution of the day, I believe. 4th or 5th. Not quite sure. I think it might be the 4th, actually. Everybody racing to the line. Couple trucks involved. Looked like somebody getting loose off of one. Making contact. Here they go. Across the line. We will be right back with the restart in a few minutes. Looks like one truck staying out. Let's see if we can figure out who that is. A Hunna in the 23. So a guy we've seen in the back for quite a bit is going to try to gamble and stay out. Pretty interesting strategy. We haven't seen that strategy work out very well for the others that have stayed out on longer runs. So we'll see how it goes. A Hunna, another one of those rookies along with Highbrow. Here they come. We're not going. We don't have everyone. Next time, bye. Alright. We are back. Trucks getting lined up for yet another restart. I believe our 5th of the day. Couple of trucks getting in an incident in turn 1. Lot of crazy side-by-side action, 2 and 3 wide for the majority of the race. Let's see if we can get a lap count. We are currently coming to lap 57 of 100. That meaning 34 to go, or 44 to go, my apologies. $23 in the lead, 70 on the outside, 13 and let's see, we can see 66 in the second row. Excuse me, in the second row. Looks like 54 and 16 will make up the third row. as we'll be going green this time by. No pace truck tonight because our normal pace truck is in the second, or in this race, so he's racing in the truck series now. Green flag in the air, 23.70. 23 getting a good restart. Moving to the high lane. Falling in front of that 70 truck. Too wide behind him. Oh, 66 up into the wall hard. Issues there. He will fall all the way to the back. 2x2 for the lead. Oh, one truck around 83. All by himself. Everybody avoiding him will stay green. Two by two for the lead. 13.70. Out front, I believe. Yep, the 13. So Ice Spiller, we've seen him in the top, but we haven't seen him in the lead until now. He's one of those trucks trying to get that regular season championship. Truck behind him also is that 70 of Chris, battling for that top position. And don't you know it, 54 of T-Glass, battling for third. That other third driver looking for the regular season championship. So no surprise there that we see these three up towards the front trying to get every point they can. If any of these three guys win today, they are for sure going to be the regular season champions. So they know that. We'll be battling real hard. Like 5 trucks in this lead pack here. 70, 64, 16. Five trucks all battling for that lead. Little contact there. 54 trying to find a spot to go. We know he has a fast truck. Getting underneath the 16. And you see the battles going on behind him. This is the tightest battle on the racetrack. 13 dropping down into turn 3. 2x2 behind him. That would be amazing if Ice Spiller wins. He hasn't gotten a win yet in any of the Fast Family Series, especially the trucks, which is his first. So I'm sure that would be huge for him to win and collect regular season championship. Puzzle Nose behind him without a win, and the 70 without a win. The only guy in this front pack that has a win in any series be the truck fourth in line. T-Glass won the truck series opener at Talladega. So if any of these other 4 win, I'm sure it would be absolutely huge for any of them. Definitely a good race track to do it at. Michigan being a very awesome track. The defending winner actually isn't here today. Actually myself won this very race back in the playoffs in the 30, or actually it was a 20 race regular season ending this past May. And so we will have a new winner this season at Michigan, whoever that will be. 13 doing a good job staying out on point. These 5 cars staying in line for the most part, using a different line through the center of the corner, but pretty much going same place, except the 13 got tight there. He's going high. That 64 trying to take advantage and try to get back to that race lead. 54 in third. You know he wants to get back up there. Everybody kind of spread out behind them. Oh, 54 is a little bit aggressive there. 64 goes up the track, slides in front of the 13. 54 will take the lead. 64 a little bit in the wall there. That was the 13, my bad. 13 into the wall there, will fall off a little bit. We will jump back. Haskell off the pace after that spin. 16 doing a great job. That's KR. sitting in 4th spot. If he can hang on, that would be a career finish for him. Hopefully he can stay up there and maybe have a shot at his first win as well. 64 falling in the 3rd. Chris in the 70 in 2nd, right behind T-Glass, our new leader. 16 getting a little tight there. 13 trying to look underneath. He gets a little loose. 13 goes high. 13 will take that spot into 4th place. KR slides back to 5th. Ooh, 13 going a little high. There might have been some contact there with him and I believe the 64. See the trucks kind of spread out behind them. This is the best battle on the track right now. 5 trucks all in a line, hanging on to that draft. All important draft. One of the keys to Michigan is manipulating it. Michigan can turn into almost a super speedway kind of feel to it. As you can see, these trucks kind of falling in line. You're pretty much wide open for most of the track, letting off slightly in the corners and then get back on it. So you know, fuel mileage really isn't too much of an issue here just because you can't really save too much fuel, you know, being on the throttle for most of the track. Tires, definitely important. We mentioned that earlier in the broadcast. So, you know, these trucks trying to manage the best they can on those right side tires, especially that right rear. We've seen some trucks get loose. The 16 just does it right there, gets a little loose on the long run there. Tires definitely a big factor at Michigan. Let's see if we can get a lap count here. We just took 67 of 100, that meaning 37 to go. 38 coming to 37. Laps are winding down, still quite a bit of racing left to go. 5 trucks in this lead pack. The 70 looks like he's going to try to go for the lead. T-Glass on the outside, 70 underneath them. 70 of Chris will take the race lead. 54 will drop into 2nd, 13 in 3rd, battling with the 16. With KR for 4th, Puzzle Nose in the 64 in 5th. Still side by side for 4. Everybody falling in line. $70 with about car or truck and a half gap. 16 up the racetrack. Dropping back down to tuck back in line. 54 back up to 2nd. He has been through a lot today. Going to the back after 2 incidents. Back in the top 5. Top 3 actually. This group is really kind of checked out from the rest of the pack. You kind of see what's going on back there. Oh, it looks like, sorry about that, it looks like we had some issues there. Puzzle Nose in the wall. Couldn't see why that happened. That's going to separate this lead pack. Chris, 70 Chris now with a big lead. Wish we could have seen what happened there, but he's definitely separated himself from T-Glass. There was an issue there between the 54, the 13, 16. 13, 16 looked like they fared 2nd and 3rd best as they've kind of put a gap on 4th place of the 54. From what I'm hearing on the radio, it looks like green flag pit stops will be coming up. There's the 83 of Haskell. We saw him in a spin earlier. 76 of Highbrower, stage 2 winner. He is kind of falling back. Maybe had some issues, some damage on that front of that truck. 57 with some damage there. Following that 93 of Honda. Oh, 93 getting down to pit road. 57 staying out. So we saw the 64 down pit road as well. He's going to lead Slushy in the 66 down pit road as well. Honda. Honda's still on the racetrack. And we're going to follow our leader right now. Our leader, Chris, on point. When will he come down? We'll see. 2 trucks drafting behind him. Can they catch up to our leader? It's like the 70 of Chris staying out another lap. And, well, as well as our second and third place drivers. Yeah, it looks like these 3 drivers are kind of on their own. You see Puzzle Nose coming off a pit road there. '70 still with a decent lead. '70 coming down. All of our leaders coming down. All 3 of them making their green flag stops. We're going to see where they come out. Looks like we had an issue with the 42. Yep, there he is. Not sure if he's ran out of gas or a blown tire, but definitely an issue. Getting to pit road though, safely. Keep it green. Here's a 54 T-Glass on the racetrack. See if we can cycle back to our leader. Or was our leader going into pit road? Here they come off pit road. 13 on the bumper of the 70. 16 falling off a little bit. Looks like Puzzle Nose in the 64 on the racetrack. Looks like he might take the race lead. There he goes. Taking the race lead. 70 behind him. 13. So pitting a little early there. Gave the 64 the lead. However, the 70 and the 13 with fresher tires. See if we can get a lap check here. We just crossed the line at 74 of 100, so 26 laps to go. Definitely winding down. See if we can have our first Fast Family crank it up. Alright, we're back with 22 laps to go. 13 and the 70 battling for the lead. We saw the 64 get loose there into the wall. Those tires definitely a factor. 16 up there in third. Great run for him today. Absolutely wonderful to see him working really hard and getting up to the front. Ice spiller out on point. So this 3-truck breakaway has really gotten away from everyone. Let's see, there's another battle back here. The 76, 66, and 58 all working together. "13 high." Might be a new leader here. 70 of Chris is going to take that lead with KR and the 16 behind him. 13 will slide in the third spot. 64 of Puzzle trailing off. Unfortunate for him getting into the wall there, an incident. Definitely not want to have that at the end of a race. All three of these guys in the front looking for their first win. Could it be one of them? Could it be someone else? Stay tuned. 3 different lines going into that corner. Amazing. Not sure if we'll see one more pit stop. Everyone kind of spread out now. Haskell back here battling with 42 of Seabass. There's that lead battle. 76. It looks like he's gotten away from the other two in that group. 57 all by himself. That 2-truck battle we saw. 54, not sure what happened to him. He's just on an island right now. There's Puzzle Nose. He had that issue in the wall there. 66 battled at 58 after getting left by the truck right in front of them. There's the 93. That's Honda 1, that truck I just mentioned. Cycle back up to our leaders. 70 of Chris still in the lead. 16 of KR in second. And the 13 of Ice Spiller round out the top 3. Let's get a lap count. We are currently on lap 84, which means we'll have about 17 to go. 16 to go at the line. Laps dwindling down very quickly. 16 laps away from finishing the truck regular season in the summer of 2020. And just as a note to the viewers, stay tuned. Hopefully, following the race, we'll have some driver interviews, and then we'll try to do a live points update. So we'll let you know who it was that has gotten into the first round of the playoffs. Who are those 12 lucky drivers? A couple of them not here today. One notably, OK Sideways, locked into the playoffs, was not able to make the race today. Also the 27 of Marshmallow, not locked in, but having quite a few points. We'll see if he makes it. It looks like we're going to have green flag pit stops before the end of this race. We saw a couple trucks on pit road. We'll see what these 3 can do. Will somebody gamble? Will somebody take 2 tires, no tires, half a tank of fuel? We'll see. 70 getting a little bit of gap on the second and third. Always a good idea going into pit stops. It's going to be a very interesting finish with only 15 to go. It's like the 16 almost looking underneath the 70 truck there. Will he get a nose underneath him? He will look low in turn 3. Will he get it? 16, make a little contact there. 16, new leader. 13 going underneath them. Almost 3 wide. Who will lead the lap? It'll be the 13 taking advantage of all that disturbed air those two had. So Ice Spiller out to the point just before pit stops. 70 truck of Chris goes from the lead to third. 16 not happy with losing the lead so quickly. He's going to move to the inside of the 13. Side by side down the backstretch. Going into turn 3, who will come out front? It looks like the 16 is going to clear. The 13 side by side with the 70. And the 16 is going to lead his first lap of the race. New leader, KR. Great job by him so far. Side by side for second, the 70 and the 13, both in that regular season championship hunt. I think the big question on everyone's mind is, when will we see these guys pit? And I think the answer to their question is immediately. Top 3 down to pit road. 64 staying on the racetrack. We'll see where these guys come out. Your top 3 going into pit road. 16, 13, 70. See the 83 of Haskell getting back on the racetrack after his regular scheduled pit stop. Thank you to the viewers. We are currently towards the end of the 2020 Summer Series Fast Family Trucks. End of the regular season. You see the 64 in the distance. He's going to possibly take the race lead. A little bit of game lag there. 13 taking the race lead. Off pit road, 64 out to the point. 13, 70, 16 coming off pit road. All right, now here's the big question. Will the 64 be able to stay out front? Last time we saw him come out, pit stops in the lead, and because he pitted a lap early, he lost it. So let's see if these 3 can link up and catch him. Let's see if we can get a lap count here real quick. Give us one moment. We are on lap 91 of 100. We will be coming to 9 to go. 9 to go at the line. 64 still out front. Let's see if we can get a view of him. A lot of great battles going on, but this is definitely the most tension. 64 in the lead, but here comes the 13 of Ice Spiller with those fresher tires. Going high in that corner, see if he can get a run off the top. 70 of Chris right behind him. 16 of KR right there. They are side by side down the backstretch. There's still 9 to go in the race. The 13 with a power move to the outside. Those fresher tires, he will take that first spot. 70 of Chris coming into the picture. Will he go underneath 64? He will. He will take that second spot away from the 64. 16 closing in. That'll move Ice Spiller and the 13 to the lead. There he is. Definitely some frustration on the 64's radio after. Oh! 70 in the wall a little bit. Well, yeah, the 64 just a little bit older tires. 13 still on the point. 70 and 64 behind him. Oh, looks like there's a little bit of a lag there. '70 drawing near. What will the '70 do, biding his time? We are currently on 94 out of 100. Be coming to 6 to go. 16 in the back of the 64 there. 16 going high. And 6 to go, lap 95. '70 looking underneath the 13. Will he get there? Not quite, maybe a nose. Yep, might get a nose here coming into turn 3. No. Ice Spiller clears him here. He gets a little bit lower on the racetrack. That's going to be good for him. Getting to that corner panel, little contact. Side by side, coming to the line, coming to 5 to go. Any of these two win, it's almost a sure bet they're going to get the regular season championship. So huge battle here. 5 to go. No more cautions. 13, 70 fighting for that race lead. 16 and 64 liking what they're seeing, trying to get up to them. A couple of lap trucks in the picture far away there. 70 still underneath, contact a little bit there. 13 up the track, 70 down low, 16 coming fast. 64 behind him. This is going to be a great finish, coming to 4 to go. 4 trucks can win this race. 16 and the 64 have caught back up. 4 trucks in a line, 4 to go in the race. 4 more laps in the regular season for these truck drivers in the summer 2020. 13 high, maintaining the race lead. 70 and 16 behind them. 64 trailing, 4th place. Still 4 to go in the race. We are coming to 3 to go. Only 3 laps left. 13 trying to hold on. 70 right behind him, biding his time for a move. 16 definitely wanting to get up there too, and 64 with the lesser tires hanging on in that 4th spot. 3 to go in the race. Down in turn 1, 13 is still holding strong. 16 going high, trying to pass the 70. Maybe he gets a run down the back stretch. Nope, he's going to fall back in line down the back stretch. 13 trying to get his first win. 70 trying to take away from him. 13. Oh, the 70 goes real low. Gets underneath the 13. That forces 2 by 2 here. 70 will take the race lead. 13 definitely not happy about that. Almost 3 wide there. Oh, 16 getting into 13 a little bit. Contact, 2 to go in the race. 16 down low, trying to get past the 13. He's going to wash up. 64 might be able to get something out of this. Yeah, it looks like almost 3 wide with 2 to go. 13 still holding on in the 2nd. 16 in 3rd. 70 still has the race lead. 13 dropping into turn 3. He definitely doesn't want to let that 70 go after that move. We're going to be coming to the white flag. 70 still holding strong. 13 going high. Think he might have a run. All right, white flag is out. 70, 13, 16, 64, all under a blanket. 2x2, 16 on the bumper, the 70 coming into the final turn 1 and 2. 70 up to block, 13 is at his door. On the final lap, oh, 13 the wall a little bit, 16 underneath him. The 13's gonna lose it. 16 in second, 64 underneath him a little bit. They are coming to the line on the last lap. 70 in the lead. 64 in the grass. 16 getting into the 13. Oh, there's a wreck at the end, and the 16's going to take second. Looks like the 64 got third. Ice Spiller in fourth, getting hit by Puzzle Nose, who finished third. Wow, what a finish. What a finish. Some trucks still finishing. We are going to take a short break and we will be right back with driver interviews. What an exciting race. Let's hear from the drivers in a few minutes. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll be right back with interviews. Alright, we are getting drivers in for their interviews. Bear with us. They're rolling in now. What an amazing finish. What a finale to the regular season for the 2020 Summer Truck Series. On Wednesday, we will have the finale for the National Series, and I'm sure it'll be just as exciting as the race we just saw. That'll be definitely an interesting one. That one will be at Kentucky, so tune in on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the finish of the regular season for the National Series. So it looks like we are getting our drivers in. I will be looking for the results here in a minute. We'll get those official results and start our interviews.
I am not in the commentator chat. I can't see it.
Post them wherever you got.
Okay.
Truck Series, fine. Alright, just want to remind our drivers to make sure to include your audio at this time. And we will get these interviews underway. Let's see, here we go. They should be rolling in.
I think they'll have all the drivers.
Alright, I'm just waiting for the results to be posted. Where are you posting them? There we go. I am
Truck Series.
getting them in the... There we go.
Truck Series.
There we go. 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 All right, we're gonna start out with. Let's see. I'm gonna start out with the first page because I haven't got the second page yet. But let's start out with. All right, 10th place, Mr. Fast Seabass. Another top 10 for you. You needed some points today. You needed a good day to get in the playoffs. Top 10 is always a good thing. Tell us how your race went.
Well, I hope it was enough to make the playoffs, but Arkham was very close to me in the points, and I saw him pass me. He finished a couple positions in front of me, so I know it's gonna be tight with him.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to apologize to the blue car that was on my outside when we were 4 wide. I was doing my best to stay below that white line, but just it was pulling me right, so I caused that biggest wreck of the year. So I apologize to everyone involved, but hey, it's racing.
What a wild wreck it was. Yes, agreed. Michigan is one of those tracks where you can have the big one just as much as any other super speedway, and we definitely saw one. So, yeah, you came in 2 points above. We'll stay a little bit after the interviews and see if you made it, but good luck, and you definitely tried your very hardest. So, congrats if you didn't make it. What a great season you had.
Thank you.
All right, we are moving on. We're gonna go to 9th place. That's gonna be Mr. T Glass. So T Glass, you had one of the strongest trucks today. Qualified on pole, definitely showed some speed there, and it just seemed like you had bad luck all day long. You led some laps at the beginning of the race, caught in some incidents, and it just looked like you just couldn't get up there anymore. Just incident after incident. So we even saw you spin a couple of times on camera. So, take us through what happened today.
First two stages, I was probably the fastest truck, and anytime I tried to pass anyone on the outside, I would get doored into the wall or doored and spun around. It happened. I think I took engine damage 5 times today. And then stage 3, I started running up front. I finally had some clean laps. And then I was racing too hard trying to catch Chris, and I spun myself out, which basically ruined the day because then we didn't have another caution.
Yeah, definitely a tough day for you. Some of us at home wondering how the heck that car or truck was still going at the end there, but persevered. Probably not enough for the regular season championship, but you got to win. You were locked in anyway. We'll probably get second or third place and get some playoff points for your playoff bid. But, congrats on it. Well done on the season. And hopefully you can build up some more momentum next week in the first round. All right. Next, we are going to go to 8th place, Arkham. So, Arkham, career finish today. 8th place, a top 10. Your only first top 10 was at the Roval. You come back a couple weeks later and you score an 8th place finish. So that was an improvement, and especially for a guy that was sitting 2 points below the cut line. Tell us how your race went, and what do you think about your chances?
Well, I think my race went pretty well. During the race, I had some technical issues with communicating with my crew chief. For some reason, something went awry in the wiring or something like that, and I believe I got into a few guys, which caused a little bit of a wreck. But besides that, today went well. I knew that I had to come in here strong. I had to compete with Honda, because I believe he was fighting for the same spot as well as a lot of guys were, and chances, I guess we'll just have to see.
All right. Well, we are certainly on the edge of our seat and waiting for those points to come in. Meanwhile, congratulations on the career finish. We hope you keep improving, and you definitely put your best when it was needed. So nice job. All right. We are going to move on to Bark Ranger. So Bark Ranger, one of our rookies and part-time pace car. He had a decent finish at Eldora last week. Comes in, gets another top 10, 7th place finish. We saw you towards the middle of the pack, never up front, but never all the way in the back. So tell us how your race went.
Well, stage one was amazing in my opinion. I got top five stage one, and then I was about to get another one, stage two, but I was involved in that last lap wreck with Haskell in stage two, and then all throughout stage three, I just kept getting involved. I think I had a car that was on the ball come off and then hit me, trying to get off of it, and then after that, it was just not doing well. I think we definitely had a top five car. We just got unlucky with positioning and got behind lots of slow cars and also got involved in a few wrecks.
Yeah, definitely a common thing at Michigan, getting in the pack and, incidents occur, not knowing when they're going to be. So, but decent finish, top 10. Fantastic job after your second start. So,
Yeah. 2 for 2.
yes,
On those
sir.
top 10.
All right, we are here with 6th place another rookie driver, Highbrow. So Highbrow, we got to talk to you because you got your first stage win today. So that's huge. You may not make the playoffs on points, but you showed that you can tangle with the best and win a stage. So tell us how that feels.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed racing with you guys today. Yeah, great car. First stage went well. Second stage was clean up front. Unfortunately, got caught in a wreck. I think because of a lag or something like that. Stage 3 and enjoyed racing my way back up to 6th. I understand these guys are racing for points, so I don't want to cause any issues and just stay out of the way of everybody at the end. But definitely nice to see that I can compete with the top guys, especially for after the summer circuit ends. Good racing.
Absolutely, and you just missed the top 5, but I'm sure one of those is on the horizon, if not multiple, and we can't wait to see you next week.
Thank you, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. We are going to talk to Mr. Puzzle Nose, 3rd place, stage 1 winner. So, Mr. Puzzle Nose, it looked like you had a fast truck out there, qualified outside pole. Definitely had one of those trucks to compete for the win. It seemed like, you could get the advantage pitting early, but, it really was the tires at the end that made the difference. Pitting early just wears those tires out a little bit more, and it seemed to fade towards the end. So, tell us how your day went and what you could have done to grab that win.
Yeah, I had a great day. Stage 1 went perfect. It went smoothly for our guys back at the shop as well. Honestly, that stage 1 win was kind of boring, if I could say that. I really didn't have, I had a 0.5 second gap between the guy behind when I crossed the finish line towards the end of the stage, but all in all, I'll take it. Like you said, just tires were a big issue, and my car was mainly short run, so congrats to Chris on the win. If we would have had a better car in the long run, we probably would have given him a little bit of a fight more towards the end, but all in all, I'll take 3rd place, and hopefully to see myself in the playoffs.
Nice job. I can't imagine you wouldn't be there. We'll see in a few minutes here, but nice job all in all, and that definitely is going to give you some momentum going in the playoffs.
Yep,
All
thank you.
right, we actually skipped one. I went up to 3rd. I forgot 5th, so we're going to go back and talk to Honda. Honda, top 5 today. Not a bad finish for you. Somebody who was up there pretty high in the points. Didn't need a stellar day, but needed a solid one. And top 5 is definitely going to do it for you. So take us through your race.
Yeah, I just wanted to be consistent and just get a top 5 finish, or anywhere in the top 6 or 7. I was worried about points after missing 2 races, so I'm glad to get 5th.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's definitely what you needed. Solid day today, and we will for sure be seeing you next week in round 1 of the playoffs. All right, we have one more interview to go, and so let's talk to our winner. So Chris, I know this is a long time coming. I know you had almost thought you had a win there in the season opener, and it took you to the end of the regular season to get one, but we knew one was on the horizon for you. Just consistent every week, leading the points coming in. You are going to be the regular season champion, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So first, tell us how this race went for you and how you're able to get that win.
It started out with the beginning of the week. I want to say a lot of thanks to my team. D-Glass has always been pushing me, giving little playful taps and bumps here on the backstretch, making sure I'm ready for anything. Then Haskell, thanks a lot. He gave me a great tune setup. I was struggling to understand tire pressures, and he just helped sort through it, made a few pressure changes at the very final stage. And it happened over this weekend. Big promise. Some people call me too nice on the track. And a guy sat me down. He said, listen, man, you can be nice all you want, but on the very final lap, you got to be the rudest guy in the world. And that's what I was trying to do. I was really running down ice, got a little loose. And I'm really sorry that I did have to bump him into the wall there. But Rubbin's racing. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting move. We saw you going into turn 1 and 2 almost get on that apron, if not get on that apron, and get him up the track for that bump and run. But, like you said, sometimes on the last lap, you got to do what you can. We know you wanted to win for a while, so how does it feel to finally get your first win?
More like just waiting. You're waiting because you already got your first win stripped away. You're just trying to make sure the water settles, because you still got that flashback to when your first one was taken away. But otherwise, I feel really happy. I'm happy I won regular season, and I'm glad I finally have an actual win under my belt.
Absolutely, yeah. You definitely officially won this race. There's no contest there. So congratulations. And now let's talk about the playoffs. So you came into this race with the points lead without a win. You came in here defending it again, or defending that lead against T-Glass and Ice Spiller, and with a win, that's gonna make you the regular season champion. So that's 15 bonus playoff points for you. Huge advantage. So you're gonna come home out of today with 20 playoff points from 0. So tell us, how does that feel, and what is your outlook going into the playoffs now?
Feels great. Feels great that I finally got the lead back, and it also feels great that I've been able to hold on to what I had before. And looking forward, I am just gonna see how everyone's doing. I want to see people get more aggressive, or people start to back off a bit. I know some people probably won't, but take it a track at a time.
Absolutely, very smart approach. Well, you definitely have a little bit of a cushion now over some of your competitors with those bonus points, so you can afford to at least take it easy a little bit in the first round, but we can't wait to see how you do. So
Thank you.
Congratulations on the win and the championship, and we will see you in the first round. All right, we have one more joining us. Mr. Haskell Daraskell finished outside the top 10 today. Not the day you wanted. We saw you running in the top 5 for quite a few laps there, but it seemed like just a couple of issues kept you out of it. So tell us how your day went. Looks like comms might be down in that truck. So with that, we will take a few minute break. We will be back with our final point situation. We will announce who made it and who didn't. We certainly know 3 trucks that made it. The top 3 spots with all locking wins, and Chris not needing a win to get in. He was locked in on points, but he wanted the regular season championship. So we will congratulate him again on that. Not needing the win, but getting one. So that is going to take your top 3 spots. It will take a few minutes for those official results to come in. So we will announce the full playoff field.
Thanks, Bark. Hey guys, just a quick notice, the stream is still on, so don't say anything negative. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go do that.
Where was young Apollo? I was tied with him. I was looking for him the whole time and I didn't even see him. He didn't show up? Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Ooh.
It'll be 1 more minute. What? That's unfortunate, but you know that's a lesson to everyone. You gotta speak up. I think I heard him say something after we loaded in. Yeah, he lag, like it's not like, see, the rule is if you lag out before, you know, that we start, then we can restart the race, but if you didn't have an invite, that's not a lag out. You know what I mean? There's a difference. It sucks, but you know, that I always stress everyone to make sure you communicate. All right. The results are in. And no, they're not in Discord. They're on my computer and mine only. So, y'all want to know what they are? All right. So, we're gonna start with the top and work our way down. So, it's confirmed that Chris is the regular season champion with a total of 269 points and a win. So, congratulations, you're going to earn yourself 15 playoff points. In second place, 36 points back, T-Glass with 233 points. He's going to get himself 10 playoff points. Actually, I lied. Wow. Sorry, this is for regular season points. He's actually third. I apologize. He is third with 233 and a win. So he's going to get 5 playoff points. Second place is actually Ice Spiller. 0 wins, 244 points, 25 points back. So he's going to get himself 10 playoff points. That puts Sideways out of the playoff points bonuses. He's going to finish 4th with 205. So that's 4 spots. 5th place with 181 points. KR is going to be your 5th driver. 1 point behind him. Missed today, but made it. WOT Racing with 180 points. It's going to be your 6th driver. 7th place with 178 points. 2 back from him. Haskell, Da Rascal. It's your 7th place driver. Sneaking in 4 points behind him with 174 points. Puzzle Nose in the 64 truck. He's going to take 8th place. Next is the interesting part for 8th and 9th. 9th and 10th, we had a tie with 160 points for both drivers. One who didn't show up tonight, Marsh Morrow and Honda, is going to take the 10th spot, both with 160 points. And to make matters even crazier, 11th and 12th place were tied for 155 points, and those two drivers are Fast Sebus and Arkamboss. That's 11th and 12th. They all made it. So those eliminated tonight, the first person eliminated was Slushy with 153 points. He lost by 2 points. Young Apollo with 121 points. He's going to finish there. YK with 105. A Hunna, the top rookie this season with 81 points. Bark Ranger 3 points behind him with 78. Caveman 69, Highbrow 66 and a playoff point. J-Dub with 53, Habitable with 48, and Clutch Guy with 45. So again, just to repeat before we close tonight's stream, your playoff drivers are Chris, T-Glass, Sideways, Ice Spiller, KR, Watt Racing, Haskell to Rascal, Puzzle Nose, Marsh Morrow, Honda 1, Fast Sebus, and Arkamboss. Your 12 drivers. So congratulations to those 12, and we'll see you guys in the first round. And for that, that was your season finale of the 2020 Summer Truck Series. We'll be back Wednesday, 8 p.m. with the National Series finale of the regular season, so make sure to tune in for that. And with that, this was Mr. Slidejob 1996 for Fast Family Racing, and we will see you on Wednesday.